strategies. Okay, there are two categories of search strategies. I told you in the first lecture of this class, of this chapter: uninformed and informed. Now if the problem definition में हम लोग जो नोड डिफाइन करते हैं उसमें नोड को कुछ चीजें पता रहती है. कौन कौन सी चीजें पता रहती है? इट नोज द स्टेट, इट नोज द पैरेंट नोड, इट नोज द करंट डेप्थ, it knows the cost to reach that node from the initial state. ये चार चीजें ड्यू टू द डेफिनेशन ऑफ ट्री सर्च आपको पता रहती है व्हेन यू एक्चुअली कम टू अ पर्टिकुलर नोड एंड लुक इनटू अ पर्टिकुलर नोड डेटा स्ट्रक्चर. बियॉन्ड दिस, अगर मेरा सर्च स्ट्रेटेजी कोई इंफॉर्मेशन यूज नहीं करता फॉर implementing search strategy, then that search strategy or that search algorithm is referred to as uninformed search algorithm. It is not uniform, it is uninformed search algorithm. Please understand, it is no informed information search strategy. It is uninformed search strategy. Okay, did my connection went off for a moment? Am I audible properly?
Yes, sir.
I got some beep. I asked. Okay, let it be. So, uninformed search strategy would be search strategies that use only the information available in the problem definition, and that would involve the information that is required to generate or define the node data structure. Okay. Now, which uninformed search algorithm we are going to understand or we are going to follow? We are going to follow breadth first search, we are going to follow uniform cost search, and we are going to follow depth first search. As I told you, all these three distinct uninformed search strategy, they are because of the way we organize the fringe. So if I organize the fringe as a queue, the strategy that I land with is breadth first search. If I organize my fringe list as a priority queue, I define with respect to I actually get an instantiation of uniform cost search. And if we use depth first, we use the fringe list as a stack, then we implement depth first search. Okay, so these are the three uninformed search strategies and corresponding way of organizing our fringe list. If I organize fringe list as a queue, that will mean when I am expanding the nodes, I'm expanding them depth wise. So I'm expanding all the nodes at depth level 0 first, then at depth level 1, then at depth level 2, then at depth level 3. This way, my fringe will always be like a queue. So जो भी queue में पहले जाता है वो queue से पहले बाहर आता है. You know that, I guess, and I need not tell you that, and that's why we call it as breadth first search. कि breadth first search इसलिए क्योंकि अगर सोचोगे तो अगर मैं 0th लेवल के नोड को पहले एक्सपांड कर रहा हूं, फिर लेवल 1 के नोड को, फिर लेवल 2 के नोड को, if I'm expanding like this, okay, then I will be first expanding all nodes here, then all nodes here. So I'm going breadth wise, horizontally. That is breadth first search. I'm going breadth wise. That is, it is referred to as breadth first search. Okay. So remember, a thing to remember for breadth first search is that fringe is a queue. Okay, that's an important thing. Now, uninformed. So ये है uninformed. So this, please understand the distinction in names. Many of you have problem understanding the distinction in name. ये मेरा experience है. ये uninformed है और ये uniform है. Okay, uniform cost search is a uninformed search strategy that implements fringe as a priority queue. And what is the priority? Priority is based on fringe list में जो priority है वो it is based on the cost incurred to reach the node or the path cost. Okay, please understand, we maintain the path cost along the node data structure. So this G is nothing but my path cost. What is the cost to reach this node from initial node is maintained when you generate this node is calculated when you generate this node, because this node will be a child of some parent node. That parent node will have g with certain value, maybe say 4, and the action will correspond to some cost. Every action will correspond to some cost. So this 4 plus this 2, when you are generating this node, you will calculate that and you will initialize this to be 6. This information is there in the definition of the problem. So this is no any extra information. That's why even the uniform cost search, although we are computing the cost, is a uninformed search strategy. This path cost that we store in that variable g is going to be used as the priority criteria to maintain a priority queue for the fringe data structure. So fringe का data structure होगा priority queue. Priority will be maintained based on the path cost. Path cost can be calculated at the time of creating every node. So जब आप expand करते हो, at that time you calculate the path cost. वो शायद यहाँ पे दिया होगा, मैं नोट्स दिखाऊंगा आपको, तब आप पढ़ लेना उसको. The last but not the least, depth first search algorithm, it maintains the list which is fringe list as a stack. यानी जो पहले अंदर जाएगा वो सबसे आखिर में बाहर निकलेगा. So when I push the initial state in the stack, okay, since there is only one node, I will pull it off and decide to put two more nodes. Maybe this is 1 and 2. So possibly 2 is sitting at the bottom and then there is first node. So I will be expanding node 1 first. After expanding node 1 first, if it's not a goal node, I'll add these two nodes again in the stack, and thus node 2 will be visited only after all nodes in this side are visited. So I will be jumping to a deepest node on one direction, exploring whether it is a goal node or not, and then when I don't have anything to expand anymore in that direction, I will come back to follow the other directions. Hence, it is referred to as depth first search algorithm. Okay, now depth first search algorithm, by its nature of being committed to do the search in only one direction presently and not to venture into other directions, it is a greedy algorithm of a kind. It's not exactly a greedy algorithm, but it is a kind of blindly following into one direction without considering that any other path may also yield you solution. Hence, it has a lot of drawbacks, and those drawbacks can be curtailed or minimize the effect of these drawbacks. We can minimize the effect of these drawbacks by doing certain alteration in the way the algorithm works. That is achieved by using depth limited depth first search or doing iterative deepening depth first search. That is why these are two special cases of depth first search only. Now, uninformed search strategies, they fall into three categories, mainly breadth first search, uniform cost search, depth first search. This depends on how you maintain your fringe. If you maintain your fringe list as a queue, it is breadth first search that you are following. If you are maintaining your fringe list as a priority queue, it is uniform cost search that you are following. If you are maintaining your fringe list as a stack, then you are following depth first search strategy. I have not spoken about them, but there are certain drawbacks in depth first search due to the fact that it commits itself too much into a single direction, searching for the goal. It To avoid those drawbacks or to overcome those drawbacks, there are certain modifications done in the way the depth first search operates without changing the maintenance of stack. Hence, we have two sub algorithms. One is referred to as, I should not say sub algorithm, two alternate algorithms. One is called as depth limited depth first search, and the other one is called as iterative deepening depth first search. So thus there are 5 algorithms under uninformed search strategies. What is uninformed search? Uninformed search strategies are those search strategies which only work on the definition of the problem without putting any extra knowledge about the problem domain. Okay, so that is how we define the uninformed search strategies They are also referred to sometimes as blind search. They are sometimes also referred to as blind search because they do the searching, okay, blindly with respect to what problem is given to them. They do not ask for any extra information from the problem domain. The definition of problem as given by the problem solving agent is sufficient for the strategy to start finding the solution. Okay, so that's the discussion about the breadth first, uniform cost search, depth first search, and its two alternative, depth limited search and iterative deepening search. Okay, we'll now see them in details, looking at some example. So consider this some arbitrary tree problem where A is the initial state, B, C are the successors of A, D, E successor of B, and F, G is successor of C. Consider that G is the solution node. Breadth first search expands the shallowest unexpanded node. जो भी shallowest unexpanded node है उसको breadth first search पहले एक्सपांड करता है और ये करने के लिए आपको फ्रिंज एज अ फीफो मींस अ क्यू डिफाइन करना पड़ता है. क्यू इज ऑलवेज अ फीफो, फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट. ओके, सो फ्रिंज इज अ फर्स्ट इन फर्स्ट आउट क्यू. आगे प्रायोरिटी क्यू है इसलिए उन्होंने फीफो क्यू बोला है. आपने अगर सिर्फ क्यू बोला तो भी चलेगा. New successor always go to the end of the queue. That is what you need to understand. So if I want to do a search for goal node say G in this graph, first I will put A in fringe list. Okay, since there is only one node, I'll remove A, test whether it is a goal node or not. Since it's not a goal node, I'll apply the expand procedure which will give me two nodes which are B and C. I will put B and C in the Q. Okay, so my B goes as the first node because it alphabetically comes first. C goes as the second node. Now how to maintain same level nodes is again a question of decision by the problem solver. ब्रेडथ फर्स्ट सर्च में बी और सी अंदर जाएंगे अल्फाबेटिकली. यहाँ पे हम लोग ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहे हैं क्योंकि बी पहले आता है सी से, तो हम लोग ने बी को पहले क्यू में स्थान दिया है सी से, because both nodes are at the same level as far as the depth of tree is concerned. Okay, now what next will happen is you will remove B from the queue because it is at the head of the queue, and the expansion of B will happen. Node D and node E will be added to the queue. Now node D and E, depth level of these nodes is respectively 2 and depth level of node C is 1. So D and E should go at the back of C node. Okay, and I have already removed B. So C is already on top of the queue. I should not say on the top of, at the start of the queue, I should say. C comes out later. So C is now expanded and I'll generate F and G. So I will put F in the queue and G in the queue. Now F and G share the same depth with respect to D and E. Why I have put F and G at the back? Because D, E were earlier present already in the queue. So I put F and G at the back of D, E. Why G after F? Because we are following a strategy that alphabetically जो पहले है एक level में उसको हम लोग पहले लिख रहे हैं. That's all. But fairly well, you can decide to put it CB way as well. BC के जगह पे आप CB भी लिख सकते हो और next node पहले C को भी आप explore कर सकते हो. ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. This is just an example, and you should know generally people organize things in alphabetical order or numerical order. Okay, now what will happen next? Already B and C out of the queue, D is there in the queue. You will remove D. D is not my goal node, so I will discard D. Can I expand D? No, D के आगे मेरा ये particular problem के लिए कोई भी node नहीं है, तो D का expansion होगा null. Nothing will be added to the fringe list. Next, I will remove E. As the E goes out of the queue, Again, we will test whether it is a goal node. It's not a goal node. We will discard E. Before discarding, we'll try to expand E. Since there are no node to expand E further, we will not add anything to my fringe list, which is a Q this time. Then we'll remove F. Okay. Now F will be tested for a goal node. F is not a goal node. We will discard it. Before discarding, we will try to expand it. Nothing to expand. So nothing added to the queue. Now finally, G node will come out of my queue. It's a goal node. So my search has to halt. My continuous loop has to halt. I will produce the solution by calling solution in bracket G. It will point to its parent node, which is C. It will point to the parent node of C, which is A. So I will get a action sequence. Say this is A2, this is A6. If I'm assuming that these actions are numbered as A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6. So my solution sequence is A2, A6. Please remember, solution is always an action sequence starting at initial state, taking you to the goal node. Search strategies that we are learning, they only provide you a mechanism to search the goal node, and from the definition of node you can traverse back to its respective parent to know who are the parent nodes and get the solution sequence.